Hi guys, welcome to the Foam Frontier. It's Luke, and today we're going to be talking about the N.E.R.F Zombie Strike Doublestrike. This is my newest blaster. I got it on Amazon for, I think, $6 to $7, not including shipping, and in the package it comes with just the blaster and 2 green elite darts. I wish that they could have included 2 more darts just because it's such a low capacity blaster. You'd think that, and it's so inexpensive, you'd think they could just throw in 1, maybe 2 more extra darts for you, just so if this is your first blaster you're ever getting, you don't have to, spend the $5 to $10 extra on extra darts that you shouldn't have to spend when you're buying a blaster. First, we're going to talk about the blaster itself, how it looks, including the comfort. Also, I'll show you a short clip of me firing it, and then I'll give you a final thought on whether or not I think this blaster was worth purchasing. So it's obviously part of the Zombie Strike line. It's that lime green and the really bright orange, and it has this fake wrap around the handle since you would be using it a lot to fight zombies and everything. It has a tactical rail on the top, which seems really unnecessary to me because it's such a small blaster. It would just look ridiculous with a sight or a flashlight on it. If you're using a flashlight, you might as well have just a handheld flashlight and use the pistol with your other hand. It's obviously a hammer-primed blaster, like the Hammer Shot or the Sweet Revenge, but it's similar to the Triad in the way that it has multiple front-loading barrels that fire with a smart AR system. So if 2 darts are in, it'll shoot the top dart and then the second dart with separate primes. So it's kind of like the Hammer Shot had a baby with the Triad, and I really like that because I like the compactness that the Triad side of it gives it, while still having a good capacity for a sidearm. But also having the one-handed capability with the hammer action. So I really like that. We'll talk about comfort now. The handle is a little bit small. I have a small hand, so it's good for me, but I could tell where anyone with bigger hands than me would have a lot of issue with how short and how oddly turned this handle is. I like it for aesthetic purposes, but for comfort purposes, it is not a good shaped handle. They could have at least streamlined it out so that if your hand was bigger, it would just fall off the end instead of curving weird and then falling off the end, so your hand was not in a weird place. One other comfort issue for me is that when you prime the blaster and then rest your hand, the back of the hammer does actually rest right against the back of your hand, and that's not that big of an issue, but it is a little bit annoying sometimes, especially if you're going to be playing a long game with it or something like that. It's just a little bit pointy on the bottom, so it will irritate the back of your hand in between on your webbing a little bit. Other than that, I think the blaster is really well designed, and I'll show you a clip of it firing. So now that you've seen a clip of it firing and heard a good overview about the blaster, I'm sure you probably wonder, should I buy this blaster? I'm happy with my purchase. I mean, granted, I do spend quite a bit of extra money on N.E.R.F blasters, so I guess I have a little bit different view of someone that maybe is just buying a blaster for the first time, but this blaster is inexpensive compared to a lot of blasters, but it is effective in my opinion. It shoots the same distances as all the other elite pistol type blasters. It shoots rather accurately if you couldn't see in the video, and it's also, you can use it one-handed, so you could use it as a primary and just hold a lot of extra darts instead of having to two-hand prime it and shoot and then dig some extra darts out to reload it from a pocket or something. You could just one-hand it and then reload it, and one-hand it and reload it, that sort of thing. It's small enough to where you can very easily put it into a pocket and hold a primary and just use it as an actual secondary. There's a lot of opportunities like that to actually fit it into your arsenal. So for the $6 or $6 to $7 that I spent on it, I think that the N.E.R.F. Zombie Strike Double Strike is worth buying.